Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I wanted to have a look at the Runefest 2019 Reveals. I was going to make this video yesterday, but I was making stew with my girlfriend. I know that doesn't mean anything else. We were just making stew and I had this deal that I would go make the video, but I would share half the revenue with her. But that didn't end up happening, so today we're doing it. So Runefest 2019, I was following quite a bit of it on social media. And I have briefly read through the blog post, but I'm going to go through it again today to look at what we can expect from Oldschool Runescape in 2020. Okay, now first up here is the Morytania expansion, probably the biggest piece of content that is planned for 2020. And while I am kind of excited for it, I think a lot of people feel like Morytania has already gotten quite a few updates. Most people were kind of hoping for another area to be expanded on. For example, the desert, Zaya, or really anywhere else. But anyway, let's have a look at what we have here. First up here, we have a brand new quest called The Sins of the Father. Infiltrate the city of Darkmire, permeate vampiric high society, and create a new weapon to defeat a terrifying threat from the citizens of Morytania. And if that was not enough to rattle your bones, you'll soon be able to team up with fellow players to take on a dark force beneath Slep known as the Nightmare. Alright, so this update is split into three major content pieces. We have the quest, Sins of the Father, there is the city of Darkmire, and there's going to be a new group PVM boss called the Nightmare of Ashahama, I think. So I would kind of say it's kind of akin to the Song of the Elves update. We're getting a quest, a brand new area with a bunch of different things in it, as well as a PVM challenge or PVM boss. Now I believe this is a master tier quest, and the quest requirements are a Taste of Hope and Vampire Slayer. The skill requirements are 62 woodcutting, 60 fletching, 56 crafting, 52 agility, 50 attack, 50 slayer, and 49 magic. And for completing the quest, the main reward is access to Darkmire, but you're also going to get an improved version of the Evandis Flail, and 3 tomes of experience worth 15,000 each, which means another 45,000 runecrafting experience, which will bring me probably to around level 60. Okay, so we have the town of Darkmire, which has a few different things in it. There are going to be new vampires, a new essence mine, as well as a new agility course. Now, the city of Darkmire is split into 3 tiers, each home to a different class of vampire. Now, the first tier contains vampire juveniles and vampire juvenites, which are equivalent to the vampires found in Morytania, and will have the exact same stats and drop tables. The second tier will contain Firewatch, Elite Firewatch, Fire Lords, and Fire Ladies. And the Firewatch are the same as those that are found in Slep and have identical stats and drop tables. And the third tier contains Elite Firewatch, Fire Lords, and Fire Ladies. Now what I found really interesting about this update is they are putting a very valuable reward from thieving. The Fire Lords and the Fire Ladies can be pickpocketed at 60 thieving and rolls on a new loot table which includes the unique Blood Shard. A Blood Shard is an attachment to the Amulet of Torture that passively saps the life from your opponent while doing melee damage and gives a small percentage of health back to the player. Now for those who don't remember, when Zenyte Jewelry was initially pulled, that effect was on it by default and it failed to pull. So now we're back with a similar concept, however it will be on an item that can only be attached to the Amulet of Torture, so it won't really work for ranged or magic, I am assuming yet. But I really do like the concept of having a very high value singular item from a thieving monster. It'll give kind of incentive to maybe sacrifice some experience in hopes of getting a very rare drop, which I think is good game design overall. However, on top of that, you can kill Elite Firewatch and are a more powerful version of the normal Firewatch. They will have an improved loot table as well as the Blood Shard on it, and will count towards a Vampire Slayer task. Okay, next up here we have the Essence Mine and the Raw Dayalt Deposit. Now, I believe this was initially an idea on Reddit or something that's been circulating for a while. Within the Darkmire mine, players can mine Raw Dayalt if they have at least 75 mining. Only one deposit will be active at a time. The active deposit can be mined to obtain stackable and untradeable Dayalt shards, which can be converted into untradeable Dayalt Essence with an NPC located in the mine. Now, Dayalt Essence can be used anywhere that Pure Essence can, and you're going to get an extra 50% more runecrafting experience than if you were using Pure Essence. Now, keeping in mind that with the time it takes to mine the Dayalt, as it will be untradeable, the actual runecrafting experience rates will not be better than just training through traditional methods. However, specifically for Ironman, which don't really have an easy way to obtain Pure Essence often, this will be nice for them, and those who maybe want to sub out some runecrafting experience and get mining instead, it could be kind of an interesting method. I do think Jagex is way too scared to ever make a better runecrafting rate than what is currently available, as the few people with 99 rune crafting will probably complain. And the last part of Darkmire is the Hallowed Sepulchre. With the exception of the royal family, who had their own private graveyard, most citizens of Hallowvale were buried in a great crypt known as the Hallowed. To protect it from grave robbers, it was built with various traps and other defense mechanisms. However, that hasn't stopped them from trying to raid the crypt. A group of unknown individuals are particularly interested in recovering any of Hallowvale's old currency, hallowed marks. Once a player enters, they will have a limited amount of time to raid the crypt. The crypt will be filled with tombs that the player can search to steal items from. Items will be randomly chosen from a new loot table with a rare chance of obtaining a hallowed mark. Players will also earn agility experience for avoiding the various traps in the area, as well as getting a bonus amount of experience whenever a tomb is looted. There's going to be 5 different levels to the crypt. From level 1 you need at least 52 agility, and at level 5 you'll need 92 agility. And the main reward from this activity is Black Graceful, which is cool, but I don't know, it's just kind of a recolor. It's not really a reward, although people were asking for it for a long time. And last up here we have the Nightmare of Ashihama. This is a new group PVM boss that has been compared to the Corporal Beast, something that is very challenging to solo, maybe impossible until someone will do it a couple years down the road. The Nightmare is expected to be released earlier than the Sins of Father and the Darkmire City, so this will be out before the other two, I guess. And they're going to be running a player design competition to come up with the rewards for the Nightmare, which I think is a cool idea. I'm really interested to see what people come up with. Okay, so that is it for the Morytania expansion. I think this is a pretty cool piece of content, although I do think it could have been in another region, as Morytania has gotten a lot of love over the last year or two. Either way, it does look like a pretty cool update, but let's move on to the other reveals. Okay, now sadly that was really the only major content update. There are 2 other things which I am really excited about, and while they are not that flashy, I do think there are things that really do need to be dealt with. So on some level, I kind of respect Jagex for taking this route, even though it's probably less flashy than RS3 or having other major content releases. But what we're going to be getting on top of the Morytania expansion is a new clan system. For those who really haven't used clans that much, they are very limited in what they can actually do. They were originally built a long time ago, and currently you can't have more than 100 players in your clan chat at once, which is insane. So they're going to be completely rebuilding the clan system from scratch, which is going to be a pretty big undertaking, as we know how hard it is for anything to get changed fundamentally with this game, as the game is built on some very outdated engines. Now, they aren't offering a specific release date beyond aiming for 2020. Now, here's some of the features that they would like to offer. New clan ranks and permissions. You'll be able to customize access to the chat channels and organize your clan structure according to your liking. You'll be able to remain in your clan's chat channel while guesting in another clan. They want to offer now up to 500 clan members in a single chat. They want to offer a clan-wide kill death counter, so you can identify the strongest and the weakest among you. Customizable recruitment boards. Advertise and grow your clan with greater ease than ever before. A clan notice board, where you can share key information with your clan members in one central location. A clan broadcast message, that is pretty nice. Communicate with your clan in-game and rally the troops with a moment's notice. And link your clan Discord server. No more bypassing the chat filter to share your clan server information. Again, not that flashy, but something fundamental that does need to be changed. And what that does pave the way for is something that people have been asking for a long time, and that is Group Ironman. Group Ironman has been on the table for a long time now, but at Runefest 2019, they are promising to have it done by 2020. I think the clan system rework and the Group Ironman update kind of go hand in hand. I think redoing the clan system will make it very simple then to implement Group Ironman. Now, Group Ironman is going to be a group of 2 to 5 players that you can align with, and you'll be able to trade amongst yourself. As a fresh Group Ironman, you'll be able to join a group of 2 to 5 players. You and your group will earn your items and supplies together without trading with any other player. Everyone will be on a fresh playing field with the release of Group Ironman. 4 different high score races will begin at once. Each group size will have their own high score table. If you've chosen to be a Group Ironman, you'll be placed in a penned off area upon completion of the tutorial, where you'll be able to find other potential members of your group. The more people there are, the easier it is to gather items and achieve goals. Your group can always increase in size up to 5 players, but cannot decrease. We don't want players to gain an advantage with a bigger group and then move down to a more competitive bracket. With the proposed clan chat, each group will have their own secure chat channel separate from the existing channels. Each group will have a group leader. The group leader will have the power to initiate a vote to remove someone from the group. In the event of a tie, the group leader will decide the outcome. If you are removed from the group, you will remain a group Ironman, but you'll have to recruit more members to your own newly formed group. Okay, now group Ironman is something that people have been asking for, again, for so long. It is really exciting to see that we are getting it. But I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed that that is, along with the clan chat system, the other two major content releases we're getting. Again, I am happy that this stuff is getting dealt with, but it kind of seems like these are two different departments anyway. One is very heavily the engine team, and one would be more content developers. That being said, Group Ironman will be a lot of fun, but it really does not apply to every player. For players that don't really have a dedicated friend group to play with, Group Ironman isn't really going to affect them. The clan system update won't really affect them. The only real piece of content that is adding new weapons, new features, is going to be the Morytania expansion. So overall, I feel like the reveals fall a little bit flat, even though I realize a lot of these are important, and I do think fixing some of the older mechanics is a good idea. So I'm kind of happy and a little disappointed at the same time. Well, anyway, what do you guys think of the reveals? Are you stoked on Group Ironman or the new Morytania update? Or do you think they're a little lackluster? Let me know with a comment down below. And that's pretty much it for a quick recap of the Runefest reveals. I'm sure we're going to get more information on it in the next couple of months, and hopefully a timeline on when some of this will be released. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I would appreciate it if you left a like, and I will see you next time.